La la.
I have tweeted a thing that says live now. Feel free to retweet.
And it's accurate because we're live now.
I will wait until you got to the end of 3, 2, 1. I was like, I could click this, and probably by the time they see it, we'd be live. But that felt like a form of lying, and I was uncomfortable with that.
Wow.
Hello, live stream. Hello, bootleg. It is Tuesday night. It is
Tuesday night.
Tuesday, October
Of the
6th.
nights.
I don't usually say the date, but I guess I just did.
Do you want to hold up a newspaper?
Yeah. Proof
Let's
of
consult the atomic clock.
I don't let Adams tell me what to do.
Or
Adams.
Adams?
Gems.
People named Adam are the only people who can tell me what to do. It's weird, but it's true.
You know one Adam well, and he's pretty nice. Yeah. It's rough when you know like a bunch of people of one name and they're jerks, and it's like nominative determinism, unclear.
Adam Scott seems okay. I like him. He's funny.
Yeah.
The power move is to be like, oh, hey, nice Adam, while there's someone else named Adam also around, like in the mix.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like it.
You're here, and
was a
that
power
shit
move.
Adam is not. Yeah.
I didn't say that I was nice, Jane.
Jane, you have the office power move, which is when you accidentally steal people's staplers. So
Yeah, I did
think about
after
that
the end of
basically every time I see a stapler now.
So I had a day back in the before times when we were all, working in offices. Well, not all, but many of us were, where I just went from meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting all day. And then at the end of the day, I sat down at my desk and I was finally checking my email. And I became aware that I had a stapler sitting on my desk that did not belong to me. And I had been in many meetings in people's offices. And although I have no recollection of getting the stapler, the only explanation is that I just picked it up during one of the meetings and then brought it back with me.
Wow. Well,
you
that's not the only
ever find-
explanation, right?
Spontaneous
Somebody
stapler
Somebody could
appearance.
have put a stapler on your desk.
No, I already had a stapler.
Oh,
They're reproducing.
yeah. Jane, did you ever figure out where that stapler belonged?
I never mentioned it to anyone in the office.
All right, hold on. Jane,
25 of your best friends now know.
Are you comfortable answering further questions? Because I have at least one more.
I think the statute of limitations for powerful stapler theft has expired.
I feel like I'm with you so far in a lot of just dealing with adverse to dealing with any potential office conflict. What I would do in this situation is I would never mention it again, and I would also throw out that stapler because I would not want to think about it or have any, shall we say, reminders or what some might consider evidence. What did you do with the second stapler?
The office kitchen has a stapler now.
I was gonna
Nice.
say I would put it next to like a copier.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great. People go in there.
You know, Aline, I should have asked you because having a kitchen stapler doesn't get a lot of play.
A photocopy stapler.
Not a lot of traffic to cover up any incriminating hand.
You know what? It could be worse. I read an Ask the Manager today where someone had gone on a leave of absence for a few months to take care of some family stuff. And when she got back, she discovered that a male coworker had been telling everyone in the office that they had gotten married. She did not really even know this guy all that well.
What?
They certainly weren't dating. He just didn't think she was coming back and had told everyone they got married.
Oh
That is some
Sorry, that's what this podcast is about now.
Yeah.
Because we need to break it
unpack.
down.
That is, I have read Ask a Manager, and that is of the style of issues they frequently deal with, but that is operating at a high level.
Like a clinical level.
Yes.
Jesus.
Because they get it. I mean, I think they have almost daily. So somebody doesn't know how to work with humans and is in an office working with humans.
Yep.
But that is the worst version.
I don't know how to exist with humans.
The version
I feel like
with
the world must know this.
This one stuck with my friend Amy for quite a while. There was a coworker who basically decided they were going on a vacation with another coworker. Like somebody is like, I'm going to Japan, and I'm going to take this time off and go to Japan, and here's the things I'm going to do. And the coworker is like, oh, where are you going to do? And then books the same vacation as them. And I don't know what happened to that person, and I want to know.
Only one returned.
No, I mean,
Find
how-
out on a true crime
how do-
podcast.
How do you tell
Right.
someone that you work with, please do not come on the same vacation as me?
I
That
have a
is
story
so
like that, but I'm
weird.
not going to tell it while we're live. I'll tell it to you all later if you remind me.
Oh.
Okay.
Bookmarked.
Is it about Justin? No.
Yeah, my coworker went on vacation with me, and now we live together
This-
and are very much in love.
This isn't one of those things where your coworker just means your cat again, right? Like,
No,
There
it means
is that-
college
Can we stop
roommate.
bringing that up, Dan? I don't want to talk about it.
there is that thing where, like, I think 1 in 8 meet cutes are actually, like, unsettled. And I feel like
I thought
It's
you were
only
saying
1 in
8
8?
cutes are with a pet.
well, I
And
was being,
like,
I was
yeah,
being generous.
I can agree with that.
that seems right.
Sure.
All right, live stream bootleg. We have covered some important business today.
Very.
I really want to appreciate. I think I said we would be starting at 8-ish. Jane pointed out that ish does a lot of heavy lifting. Just a peek behind the scenes. We know this is what you tune in for. This is not what you tune in for. 8 is like when we hope to all be online, and then there's some like technical things that have to happen. Dan does a bunch of levers and switches. Usually somebody's internet breaks or something's on fire. But 8-ish is a promise that we will never start before 8.
Yep.
That is a
and
guarantee. I can.
That
give
is
you
a we will never start.
Total Paul,
for 8.
total
If you show up at 8, there is never a situation in which you will have missed a minute of Total
Showing
Party
up at
Kill.
8 is like when you're the person who shows up at the party and like the person's still
am.
setting up, and you're like,
Who I am,
oh,
yes.
hi.
That was always me.
Yep,
Yep,
same.
that's yep. I mean, it's it turns out is a great version of anxiety and or ADHD. It's great. Just you get real comfortable setting up chairs. So
That is decidedly not me. I will be at the
Micah?
party at 8:20.
Micah. I'm not surprised.
we know who you are.
Yeah, Micah, we love you, and also we're aware of who you are.
Good.
Also, the grand wheel of technical issues. We spun it around, and it landed on our intrepid dungeon master.
It's
Yeah,
that thing
I
from
apologize.
Price is Right, right? Where they go up and they have to spin the big wheel. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they want that wheel to land on something. So
It
I think
landed
you're
on
thinking of
you.
Wheel of Fortune. Dan. Yeah, Dan, why did you not go with the game show that has a wheel in
I
the
like
name?
the Price is Right one better. It looks like it's so much more fun to spin.
It does.
It
really
does.
with that.
Yeah.
You like a vertical wheel and not a horizontal
Yeah,
wheel.
also like a wheel. That's like it's like a chunky wheel. It's nice.
It
It's got
is.
like a
Chunky
lot
wheel.
of heft to
Three-dimensional.
it.
You like a thick wheel, Dan? Does this correspond to cheese? How do you feel about wheels of
I
cheese?
love wheels of cheese.
Mm.
Stomach doesn't.
But you like a horizontal. You like a vertical wheel, not a horizontal wheel.
Well, the good thing about
I
cheese
wonder
is you
why
can
we
you can put it in
continue
either
to
direction.
delay playing of Dungeons.
I
and
don't know
Dragons.
either. Also,
It's because it's this big, scary battle.
There's
and
a
I'm
lot of it.
frightened.
It is.
As someone
feel a
pointed
lot
out,
of it
I
from
apologize. My internet may be sad today live stream. As people listening to the live stream or bootleg, you get the unfiltered stuff, and someone will fix this later, probably Erica.
Yeah,
So,
so
if this is bad, sorry.
Yeah, we've already discussed it. So if somebody is breaking up, we will sort of just like wait. So if you're listening to the audio live stream and suddenly we all go quiet, there might be a good reason for that. And we haven't gone offline. We're just waiting for Tony to catch up
Let
with
me be
the rest
clear.
of
I
us.
hope that nobody is breaking up on this podcast.
one
That
should
seems
break
very
up.
sad.
Oh,
Dan, so far so good on the live stream, since I know that also likes to crash whenever we mention it.
It seems like it's holding up.
Okay, situation normal.
People are just talking about Agatha Christie murder mysteries in the chat room. So
Are
What?
they? Okay.
On brand.
I'm gonna
feel
go.
like I should
Welcome
have
back
a
to Total
room.
Party Kill, the game where players are friends and friends play Dungeons and Dragons.
Micah is ready. He's
I'm
You
your
know,
host, Micah Sargent.
I like it. All right. Yeah, let us exquisite corpse
and
this
now
podcast.
for your dungeon master, Mr. Micah Sargent.
Roll for damage.
Thanks for tuning in to Total Party Kill. We'll see you next time.
You know, I have the philosophy that I think every player should have to be a dungeon master at some point, you know, to understand the other side better and or answer for times.
I've done it offline, but never online. It'd be,
Micah, I'm just saying
it's a whole
you
different
owe me.
experience.
Time for everything.
All right. We're going to do the thing unless there's any other important pre-Total Party Kill
Anyone
scenes.
else got a
Please say
wacky
no.
story about? All right, we're good.
So today, I'm at work. It's meeting 7 of the day. No, we're going to play Dungeons and Dragons, I promise. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. It is Tuesday night here on the internet. Probably not wherever you're listening to it, unless you're listening right now. I mean, you are listening right now inherently. This introduction
Already gone downhill.
poses more questions than
Wow.
answers. Let us move on. Tonight we are playing Curse of Strahd. That's right. The Dog and Pony Show is back in Barovia, specifically the drowned city of Berez. We are about to join them mid-combat in Berez. They're mixing it up with some, corpses full of some crows, a giant creeping hut, your usual stuff. Allow me to introduce them in turn order and checking. Did I pause the initiative order last time? Huh. Is this right?
Yeah,
think so,
people
yeah.
started
All
coming
right.
into the initiative order, so it started to get a little unwieldy.
Gotcha. So probably it looks like I did not end us in the middle of a round. Erica, look forward to editing this out. I did not end us in the middle of a round, but probably I ended it after all the player characters in the round had gone, or in a chunk of you had gone. All right. It's all good. So our players joining us today. First up, it is our intrepid editor and friend, Erica Ensign.
I have to be intrepid to be able to edit this. It is true. I am playing Brildish, a dwarven paladin, and also Brildish's lovely steed, Pony Cindelarent.
I have reached a point where that doesn't confuse my brain when I hear that anymore. So
Oh, darn. Now I have to pick another
Uh,
disturbing name.
the psychological warfare that is Dungeons and Dragons with your friends. Next up, it's intrepid Aline Sims.
Hello. I put the dog in the Dog and Pony Show with Androdite and her person, Imra Soliana, the Wood Elf Ranger.
Also joining us are intrepid Jane Ritt.
Thanks, Tony. I play Lena Dulina, the human rogue.
Also joining us are intrepid Dan Morin.
The most intrepid of dance. Thank you. I play Castan Onatar's Crucible, a Warforged cleric.
And finally, everybody's favorite and most intrepid of Micah Sargent.
Hello, I play Elevor Landman, the half-elf druid, as well as his trusty, not steed, but good old buddy and pal. It's Samus, the saber-toothed tiger.
All right, so we are in the middle of a battle in Berez, which is always great because I totally forget what we're doing. You have uncovered a sun sword from beneath a statue in a kind of soupy, half-flooded graveyard in the drowned city of Berez. That attracted the attention of some, is zombies? Is that an unfair term to The Walking Dead? They converged on you. They were relatively easy to cut down, but surprise, they all seem to have a swarm of snakes inside them. So you dealt with that for a little while. Several of you are still in the graveyard outside the ruins of a church. Some of you have retreated into the ruins of the church. Several scarecrows, which are servants of one Baba Lazar, have seen what's going on and are headed in your direction. And kind of crashing out of a thicket of trees is Baba Lazaga's creeping hut. It is a hut built up top, basically halfway up a tree, and the tree is moving about, causing a mess. It's kind of an ambling, four-legged plant monster / house. Location, and location is really variable if your house can go anywhere, and yet you chose to keep your house here in Berez. Interesting. All right. So in our initiative order, I believe that first up is our, they're labeled in the initiative order, Distended Corpse. So,
Which I believe didn't Elevor talk to a bunch? I should have listened to this.
No, the snakes went away. He made the snakes go
several
away.
several
That's
snakes.
right, it was
Yeah.
the snakes.
Several snakes stood down and retreated. However, there are several corpses that are still out there, and specifically, I think at the point, enough of you have retreated. Aragal, your Vistani assassin friend, has kind of held his ground here in the churchyard, buying you time, and a trio of zombies just converge on him.
Atreyu.
Oh.
So, Jane, why don't you get
Yep.
Aragal's armor class handy here? I'm just gonna roll 3 attacks real quick. We give us a common or not the most threatening. The best I did was a 16 and several numbers lower than 16.
So 16 will hit, the others won't.
All right, one of the commoners just slugs Aragal in the side of the head. He's dodging and weaving and shoving them around. Takes a hit to the head. He will take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, I was worried.
Remember, they're just unarmed.
They're not bad as long
Corpses.
as they don't get
Yeah.
Yeah,
killed.
it is their precious cargo that is the real
Should we
danger.
just have Aragorn like
So-
dance around and distract them, like keep them out of the fight?
It's an
Oh,
option.
maybe.
It is in fact his turn. Argal, as you'll remember, is
Don't
a
kill him.
deadly Vistani assassin trained in the arts of assassination, at least halfway. Halfway trained in the arts of assassination.
Tell them to do that, but the opposite.
Aragal.
I will even mention, I will be kind to you as a dungeon master. Is that
Very
because my
suspicious.
intent is bad or because of the words I'm saying?
The
of
words
it.
you're saying.
Oh, nice. A player character in an adventure I ran on Saturday because I can't go more than 3 days without running Dungeons and Dragons. My veins start to kind of burn with fire. He did something that no one in all of the 5th edition games I've ever run has done, which
Help?
is he took the dodge action.
action. Yeah, that was
Oh.
amazing.
Help dodge would be a close second, am I guessing?
Yeah, I've never seen anyone bother to do that. So
You ever seen
the
anyone?
dodge action, players or listeners, the dodge action basically you take as you're at, I'm going to be evasive, and people attacking you do so at disadvantage. So
You ever seen anyone cast fog in a small room full of creatures with blind sight? Let me tell you.
I have now.
spoilers for last Saturday. So yeah, that was a real murder field.
Literally the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, consider my thunder stolen, Tony.
Oh,
Aragal is going to take the dodge action.
okay.
Twice in 1 week.
Must be something in the water, and
gonna put
not
a
just the
little-
distended corpses.
Ew.
Yep. I'm gonna put a little icon on him that's like he's got winged feet. That represents dodge in roll 20,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Aragal knows many dances, and truly rhythmically, he leads them on a merry, mostly stationary chase.
All right. Hopefully, what I'm doing right now will not show up in GIF form on the internet later. Samus, you are next. Thomas, do you want to chow down on some snake corpse? Is that what you like? Huh, girl? Snake corpse?
I mean, yeah, Samus is fast, so I think Samus will sprint and attack.
Don't
No?
do it.
Why not? What
Well,
did I
because
turn
then
miss?
they turn into a
snakes.
swarm of snakes, which could actually kill somebody, whereas these things are not dangerous at all. That's why Aragal took the dodge action, so he wouldn't actually.
Wait, so we're not
knock
doing the
anyone
thing
out.
that I was going to do before? Because I still speak, Elevor is still speaking snake, and the whole idea was to get them out of the
Do you want to spin
corpses.
it like
That's
we're
true.
like saving them from a life imprisoned in distended corpses? Be free, just free away from
Yeah.
here.
No
The
one
tricky
talks
thing
about
about
the corpse to prison pipeline.
The tricky thing about that is that they go in between you and Samus, and we also now have a creeping hut involved.
Yeah, I
So-
think, the creeping hut's coming, so I think Samus is going to return to.
There's also a trio from the south. You have a trio of crows in the direction of the church.
Yeah,
From the
Samus could just
southeast, a
menace
giant
them.
creeping hut.
Yeah,
Also,
I forgot,
you have
I forgot
heard-
about the scarecrows.
And you have heard Baba Lazaga's menacing laughter cackling away in the night.
I
You've
think,
got all kinds of things to be afraid of, is what I'm saying.
is this token that's by Imra to the distended corpse to the left of Imra?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Get those out of the way.
Yeah, please. All right, so Samus will stand here and then ready an action.
Oh, okay.
Samus would like to basically bite or claw. Well, actually, I guess I have to
You
choose
got to
one.
specify. Yeah.
Samus would like to claw a scarecrow as soon as it is in range, and this
All
is
right.
melee range, so 5
Seems
feet.
likely that will happen soon.
All right.
All right.
Then that's all for Samus.
Broldish, you are within the hallowed grounds of this former church. It's really basically, there has not been a roof to the structure in decades, but there's there's a lot of stone, and there's kind of the remains of a wall around the perimeter of the structure. So it did seem like a convenient place to take cover from, and seems like if you're a corpse full of snakes, you're gonna have a hard time climbing in after you, or at least
I mean, the original plan was that these would all get turned undead, whatever.
I remember that plan.
It was a very good plan. The rolls just were not.
It was a plan.
I think it was a good plan.
It arguably worked a little too well.
Let us not relitigate the plan.
Regardless, it didn't do what we expected it to do. Brildish walked away in hopes that all of the bad guys would sort of scamper off. That didn't happen. So I think now Pony Cindelarnt is going to trot over to Brildish. She's going to mount Pony, and they together are going to head out of this church, because I don't like Imra being on the front lines. I don't like Crucible. I don't like Crucible being there all by himself. So yeah, Brildish is going to fight from the back of Pony and basically do the same thing and ready an attack on the closest enemy. Like, I'm not going to specify necessarily Scarecrow, but the next thing that comes within range, actually, maybe I'll put myself one more farther there, of Brillish and Pony. Brillish will be attacking with my Sacred Battle Axe, of course.
All right.
This damn character.
So, Imra, you are up next.
Tell me, Tony, what do I remember of the scarecrows incurring damage? Do I remember that a magical weapon did better? Or
they are they resist non-magical weapons.
So I think they don't like fire, we decided.
They super don't like fire.
They don't like fire, yeah. Well, I don't have
a wall of fire that messed up their day, but good.
That was something I did.
Yeah, I don't have anything with fire.
If only someone had one of 3 magical axes they could lend you.
Yeah. So I think I'm actually going to stand next to Brildish, and I'm going to also ready in action whenever something gets in range within 5 feet. I'm going to swipe at it with my longsword +1.
All right.
Not just something, an enemy.
Yeah.
I don't want to swipe at Brildish.
Pony is in your peripheral vision.
Yeah, no.
All right. Swarm of poisonous snakes are next in the initiative order. They continue to hiss away inside the corpses they are trapped in.
Ha ha! Dance with me, snakes.
Wow.
I just shall go Aragal.
The scarecrows are next. And the scarecrows, there's 3 scarecrows. They just they head toward the battle line that you all have drawn there. Broldish, Imra, and Samus. A scarecrow kind of moves in on each of you. So why don't you do your various triggered actions there? And I am going to do some claw attacks with the scarecrow.
I got a 24 to hit.
That definitely hits. I'll remind you, scarecrows not very hard to hit. They just they can do a decent amount of damage if you're not using magic weapons.
Yeah, I'm not using a magical weapon, so that's 12. Which then does it get halved?
Yeah. 6 damage to Broldish's scarecrow. Imra,
I rolled a 21.
Woo! Roll me damage.
And
Samus, get your thing that you're doing.
A 10 for 12 points of damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so but is that magic or not magic?
It is magic.
It is magic. Okay.
Yep, longsword +1.
Oh,
And Samus.
Rumsicles.
Isn't Samus inherently magic?
No, it's
I mean, look
literally,
at her.
time
She's
with-
majestic.
Octavio!
literally a natural beast.
How about a 20 to hit?
Absolutely, you're tearing. There's just straw and scraps of burlap everywhere as the line of scarecrows gets torn apart by your attacks.
Well, it would have done 13 damage.
All right, 6 damage. So to the Samus and Brildish's scarecrows take a little bit of damage. Imra's scarecrow got significantly hit. All right, they are then going to roll 3. What is their attack? It's like a claw attack. I've got a lot of stat blocks open right now. They make it's a multi attack. They're going to do 2 claw attacks. Samus, 14 and 14.
Yeah, those will both hit.
Ooh, that is 6 damage each, so 12 total. Samus needs to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened until the end of the scarecrow's next turn. Imra, 13 and very low.
No.
Brildish, 18 and very low. No, I believe for Brildish.
Nope.
All right. Sam, 12 damage. Needed to make a DC 11 wisdom saving throw. How's Samus
Barely
doing?
failed.
Almost.
So Samus is terrified of the scarecrow, which I believe means on Samus's turn has to move away from it.
It's the
All right.
one thing
have the
that she's
condition-
afraid of.
I can't
conditioned
find-
of
there it
frightened.
is, screaming.
Yeah. All right. Baba Lazaga's creeping hut is next. This hut kind of stomps through the wreckage of Berez. Each footstep is like a thundering boom as it hits the ground, even if the squishy, wet ground. It's not quite close enough that it could stop you, which it would really like to do. 2 of the legs, arms, appendages, roots, two parts of the hut kind of reach down and scoop up just basically the corner of what was probably like a cottage and kind of heft that into the air toward Crucible.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Crucible, does your archaeologist background give you help on this situation?
I can identify
what's
it as it's being hurled at me.
Crucible, this is a 16 to hit.
Oh, versus AC?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
All right. No, you're in trouble, or no, you're fine.
21 AC.
Okay. It is going to do that 2 more times.
Okay, well, I regret being smug now.
It can only do that once. It can only do its ranged attack once. So, okay.
Back
to
being smug.
wagon.
All right. I was like, well, that would be real bad. It threw 3 cottages at you.
Not great.
That was the cottage's turn. That's a hut. I don't know why I've upgraded. It is a hut that threw a cottage. Got to keep it together, Tony. Lena Delina.
Lena sees a scarecrow creeping up on her tiger friend. She's going to run up with the sun sword and make an attack.
All right.
Yeah.
And critically fail.
Oh no.
Okay, I guess if it's a critical fail, it's
Yes.
a critical fail.
So then she is going to with the dagger that she still carries, or sorry, I guess the other one is still a short
You've got
sword.
a lightsaber and then also
A
just
short
like
sword.
a sharpened butter knife.
Yes, correct. So she takes a mighty swing with her magical hungry sword and misses, but then her normal sword is a 14.
14 definitely hits. Roll some damage.
Okay, so that's 1 damage, which isn't much to write home about, but I can still do the sneak attack damage, which is also unfortunate. So that is 6 damage overall after it's been halved.
Okay, after it's been halved. Thank
Yep.
you. All right, the sun sword speaks to you and it says, guide me, let me burn the hay."
I'm trying.
Typical sword stuff. Crucible, you stand more or less in the wreckage of a quarter of a inch that's been chucked in your direction, but thankfully, like you were standing like right where the door frame was. Kind of Charlie Chaplin
Just right
style.
around me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. How tall is the hut?
I might need to get some descriptions. It is gargantuan. It is quite big. I mean, you know, do you want to know how high up is the hut, or do you want to know
Like how
tall
tall is the whole thing?
the
I
whole
think he wants to
thing?
know how deep is your love.
Or how high is this mountain?
On a
High
second.
enough.
Let's see.
How deep is your love? How deep is it? Little Bee Gees for everybody.
Where is the stat block with the creeping hut?
Oh, it doesn't have a stat block. I guess we win.
No.
I guess it's zeroed.
No.
That's how it works.
Mm.
If the teacher doesn't show up within 10 minutes, you can just leave.
True.
That is. What kind of school did you go to?
Same
So-
school
That
as
was
you.
the rule at UW
The best
Madison.
one.
That is not okay. As a career academician, that is not actually a rule anywhere.
Bless you.
Well, it may have been an unwritten. No, actually, I think it was legitimately a rule, and it happened in winter all the time. So there are a bunch of classes that just got canceled. It
Well,
was
college
great.
is one thing. I mean, you don't even have to go to class. High school was a little different.
What kind of college? So Dan,
State school.
Have I stalled long enough?
No, I'm reading a very lengthy description of the hut. That doesn't. So
Is it a hut or a cottage? Come on. I'm just kidding.
this is a hut. It's throwing bits of cottage, but it is a hut. Baba Lazaga, Dan, allow me to read you the Wikipedia page about Baba Lazaga's creeping hut. Baba Lazaga built atop the stump of a giant tree that was felled long ago. Stuff you don't know yet. Pulls its giant roots free of the earth, shambles like a spidery behemoth, shaking the ground with every step.
This is a long answer for something when it's just like, I just need a number.
15 feet, 20 feet.
You think they would tell me how high up the hut is, wouldn't you?
Does not just, yeah, it's gargantuan. Does that give us, do we know anything about what the scale of gargantuan is?
I mean, lots of things can
Very
be
big.
gargantuan. It doesn't tell you how tall, right? Like you can be a gargantuan pancake or a gargantuan giant.
I haven't had dinner yet.
So it says
Gargantuan pancake
a
sounds
gargantuan
amazing.
is scale is 20 feet by 20 feet, which is the square size. Do we assume it's a cube and therefore it's 20 feet by 20 feet by 20 feet?
Sure. I feel like it might be
All right.
a little bit taller than that.
Okay, so strategic question.
I'm also like trying to be like, how tall is a hut? And it's a hut on top of half of a large. It's not half of a large tree. It's a stump of a large.
What do we think happens if I put a 20-foot diameter ring of fire around a 20-foot hut and have it fire inward? Because I can do that.
I like it.
I think it'd be real bad for the hut.
That's kind of what I'm shooting for, unless there's some
Yeah.
reason
Okay,
we should
and
curry
like-
favor with the hut. Like,
Well,
is it going to
and-
try to
and-
walk through it? I don't know what's going
And
to
like,
do.
even if the hut sticks up above the 20 feet, there's still a lot of hut getting fire on it, right? So
Yeah,
it doesn't
does
really
seem
matter
like it.
if the peak roof of the hut is higher than 20, that doesn't help the hut a considerable amount. Let me tell you, if you burn the bottom half of a hut, the top of the hut is still in trouble. This is just
Yeah,
science, people.
that actually, that does make sense.
Can somebody charm the hut to make it our friend, and then we could ride around Barovian style?
See.
Ooh, I like this.
That'd be amazing.
It is. I will tell you, the hut does. Everything about the hut suggests to you that it is some kind of construct, in that it is an inanimate object creeping around, throwing cottages at people. It might be currently in service to one Baba Lazaga.
So this is
So-
going to do a lot of fire damage.
So you're
which-
gonna have to
Does it-
you're gonna have to
does it
race her
like
for pink
dancing?
slips, is what I'm saying.
Does
Did you
it
guys
like
bring your own
dancing?
hut to? The hut does not dance. Title.
I think
So if
that-
anybody is shatter,
I guess my question is it worth burning, no pun intended, my 4th level spell slot on trying to set this on fire? It seems like a
I
nice
think
fit.
It probably is.
Seems like a nice
because
fit.
Elevor is planning on doing some big
Okay.
stuff
That
too.
that might burn all the stuff inside the hut too.
Well, if it's taller than 20 feet, it just burns the legs out and the hut falls onto the ground. That's my feeling.
Oh no! What if we miss some special magical flesh bags?
Oh,
that-
darn.
Did you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Did you know if you
Yeah.
open 2 flesh
You've been
bags?
picking up bags from just like mundane witches. You want the Baba Lazaga's knitting kit?
Extra
I heard
fleshy
it was
bag?
canon that if you open a second flesh bag, it cancels out the first one.
Not canon.
Ah.
Is it like putting a bag of holding in a portable hole? Is that?
Uh-oh.
All right.
All right.
So I'm casting Wall of Fire. I am making it
Mm.
a 20 diameter ringed wall. It is 20 feet high. It's 1 foot thick. It's opaque. It lasts for as long as I keep concentration on it, up to, I think, 10 minutes? No, up to 1 minute. And when it appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. I will tell you, the hut's dexterity is limited. Though it is mobile, it is not, it's a large giant hut. So I'm making a dexterity saving throw for the hut right now is what I'm doing.
Yep.
I rolled a 10.
I'm going to say that does not make it since my spell save is 14.
All right. That is for the hut.
It will take 5d8 damage. 5d8!
5d8. Thank you.
Just nah.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow.
Oh my
That
god!
Dan, those
That's
are
not
some
great.
bad rolls.
That breaks my heart.
That breaks my
Oh.
heart too. 10
That-
damage
for
on a
those
roll of
at home-
5d8?
That's a 1, a 2, a 2, a 1, and a 4.
Wow.
Just listeners, this is just a little tip from Tony, your dungeon master friend.
Roll
When
better.
you roll 5d, do a lot better than
Yeah.
that because that is just bad.
All right, so the good news is it
I
takes...
think to point out Dan has been playing Dungeons and Dragons for a long time. You'd think you'd be better at this.
The good news is that it does 10 damage now, and each creature that ends its turn within... So one side of the wall, selected by me when I cast this spell, I'm going to say the inside, does 5d8
would it go?
fire damage.
How far the outside does it go?
10 feet, it would, if normally
Okay,
otherwise.
I was like, because currently the inside of the ring is the hut. The outside of the ring is the rest of the known
Right.
world.
It's
You
like
set the
a
rest of the-
gas ring where it's just
Okay.
like now it's pointing inward.
I just wanted to make sure you did not have the ability to set the known world on fire.
So every time any creature
Level
that
4 spell.
ends its turn inside the wall or within 10 feet of that side, basically takes 5d8 damage again. And it also
All right.
takes the same damage when it
And
enters
I'll-
wall for the first time on its turn, which it didn't do. So basically just every time it ends its turn there, it's going to take 5d8 damage.
Can you move the wall?
There is nothing saying that I can.
Okay.
We've just got to keep it there.
I will tell you, it's a mobile hut. It wants to leave.
It's a 20-foot wall of fire,
Is
though.
the
I mean, does
wall
it really want to go
permeable?
through it?
I think that if its alternative is burn to death inside the thing, I think that it will panic
And
and
try to
run in
run
a
out?
direction.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it says wall. Like, can you actually go through that wall? Is the wall permeable?
says
or-
It is
opaque.
permeable.
But it doesn't say it's impermeable.
it's fire.
But
Yeah,
but it wouldn't have. So the thing is, if we can pin it in there, it doesn't have line of sight to us.
A giant
Are there-
bolo.
Are there rules for how much damage it takes if it tries to go through it, or
I think
Yeah,
it's
is
5d8.
there a burn
right?
It
mechanic?
does say when
Or
it
burn
enters
aiming
the
mechanic?
wall for the first time on a turn. So maybe
I
if
would
it
say-
passes
yeah.
through
yeah.
the wall, it
So
will
that's
take
like
more
when
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it leaves the wall, it will take damage.
Dan, do you want to use your roll that you've done for 5d8 now, or are you going to re-roll that every time that it does 5d8 damage?
Oh, I'm gonna definitely re-roll that.
Almost gotcha. Oh, wait.
Yeah. I've
We
I
good,
learned a
Dan?
lot. How are we doing otherwise? Does anybody need any healing or anything?
I'm down to 35 out of my 56 hit points.
Why don't you take
So
a
it's not dire, but I'm getting.
I will here. Let's zip over and give you a cure wounds.
Yeah, if you guys could all bunch up into, say, one cottage-size area, that would be real preferable for me.
It's just gonna come sit on us.
Yeah.
is Cure Wounds a bonus action?
Oh crap. You're right. Good point. I need to heal. All right, so we can do a healing word then. Sorry. No,
Easy
it's fine.
one.
Totally fine. I haven't used cure wounds in a long time because I'm usually not next to people. Yeah. Here, take a level. Let's take a level 2 healing word. How about that? So, boy, I've made this more complicated on myself by doing this. I think that's a total of 9 healing.
Okay.
So 6 plus the 3 from the higher level cast.
Thank you. That gets me to 44, which feels better.
What does the 13 plus 1 mean?
It considers it an attack for some silly reason. I have to figure out why it's doing that.
All right, Elevor, you are currently in the ruins of the church, feeling safe on hollowed ground in slightly less mushy ground. Your friends are fighting a trio of scarecrows out there. Your Vistani friend is fighting a trio of distended corpses in the graveyard, and somewhere a hut is surrounded by a wall of fire.
When or remind me, you said ruins of a church, or building ruins regardless. Is there a roof on this thing?
Nope.
All right.
It's in bad shape.
Suddenly, just roiling and broiling through the sky, a gigantic storm cloud begins to develop, centered over the creeping hut. A 60-foot radius, in fact. So Tony, I'll let you do the circle drawing because I always mess it up when I do it. But centered on the creeping hut.
Wait, don't make it centered on the hut. Well.
Oh no, actually, that's a good point. What I would like to do is make it so that it is. Let's see.
So you said 60-foot.
It's radius, not So it should be much bigger. It's
huge.
120.
Right? 120 or something like that.
Yeah, 120.
It's gonna take me a little
far
while.
away.
Far away. And what I'd like to do, can we just get where
20 is like
more than twice as big as
the
that.
whole map, basically.
Yeah, it's huge. So I kind of want it to just be yes, but let's scoot it down.
Great podcasting.
A couple
little to the left, little to the left, little down.
Now to the left, yes. Where the group is so that it covers those scarecrows as well.
Oh, but not your friends?
Because I get to choose. This is a cloud, and within the cloud, I get to choose where the lightning comes down. So
okay.
Okay. Oh, all right. Well, then put it anywhere.
To the left, everything you own in a box to the left.
I mean, you could if it won't automatically hurt us, then there's no problem with putting literally all of us underneath it.
Yeah, I just don't want them too close to the edge because then they could run out of it. So
so maybe you just want like that.
Yeah, perfect. All right, perfect. That's great.
There are clouds all over the churchyard and accompanying area around. This area of Berez is now subject to a thunderstorm.
And then I get to do one move, or one attack. You must make a dexterity saving throw of 14, Baba Lazaga's creeping hut.
All right. I will
that circle should still be 5 squares bigger in any direction.
Oh, I just literally
if it's 60 feet radius.
It's 60 feet radius?
That's what he said.
60 feet
Holy
radius.
cow.
I mean, it's like, it's as far as
yeah, I think we can assume it can hit anything.
It is the
map.
Yep.
All right. Baba Lazaga's hut inside a ring of fire attempts to dance out of the way of your lightning bolt. I'm gonna say with disadvantage. Because it's inside
teamwork makes the dream work.
Well, that's good since I rolled a 19 and a much lower number. 5. Five total. So a lightning bolt hits Baba Lazaga's hut. I'll just mention, just because people are dropping some high level spells here. I really want to, it's Baba Lazaga's creeping hut. I suspect that
she's not home.
She's nearby people, is what I'm saying. Don't know if we're gonna see her today, but she's out there.
I got 2 more of these if I need to. So
all right, roll me damage for
it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. 3d10, so 18
3d10.
damage. Oh my god. 18 lightning damage to Baba Lazaga's creeping hut because it wasn't
I will say,
outside.
Though it has been hit with lightning and encircled with a wall of fire, Baba Lazaga's hut, though it looks unhappy, you can tell from its body language about its situation, does not really look scathed. So
does the hut have a name, Tony?
It's in the adventure. It's written as Baba Lazaga's creeping hut.
It's not like Jabba.
No,
the hut.
Dan. No.
Or the...
Sometimes there's too far, and
Dan, we talked
it.
about this.
Did we?
So, Dan, you're out of the squadron. So, all right. So that
before Elevor's turn ends, he says as loudly as he can, If you're not within 5 feet of an enemy, I can hit them with lightning without hurting you. Bye.
All right.
Look to the left of you. Look to the right of you. If one of those people is an enemy, move away.
The distended corpses are next in the order. Jane, remind me, what do I need to roll to hit Aragal? I'm rolling with disadvantage.
15.
Nope. And super nope. All right. Aragal is ducking and weaving, and the corpses are it's like they are moving in slow motion in the muck and the mire, and nothing even comes close. Speaking of Aragal, it is his turn.
I think that Aragal, seeing all of the dangers that approach, realizes that the heroes have their hands full. And if it is okay with you, Tony, he will shout, I will see you soon, my friends. And
so he
he will disengage and slowly dance back, making sure that the zombies
Eye
and
contact
their
the whole
snakes
time. Yeah.
know that they are beckoned.
All right. If it
And
matters,
very sultry as he kites them away.
I think you know that the speed of the corpses is like it's pretty slow, right? Like it's probably only 20 feet. Is he within a move of them, or
he is able to get
he
is
can outrun them if
basically
he needs.
yeah, so he's basically, his goal is to stay close enough that all of them are actively engaged with him, but far enough that he can potentially kite them some distance away.
This is now that Aragal has taken the full scope of the battle, I think managing 3 corpses that are brimming with snakes is not going to be hard.
That's what I call being a middle manager.
Yeah. Dan, stop being an asshole. See, snakes, asp. Samus, you are next.
I get it.
Mm.
Okay, well, Samus goes, "Roar!" and then runs here. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, frightened. Broldish, you are the bottom of the order.
All right. Broldish is going to grab her axe, kind of hold it up to the sky a little bit, say a couple of words to Hala, say in Hala's name, and her axe erupts into fire. And then she brings it down on top of the scarecrow right in front of her. A searing smite.
They don't like that.
In hopes of burning it with fire. And that is a 20-something.
Many.
I'm pretty sure hits these.
That basically hits 2 scarecrows.
All right, my damage was crap. So my regular damage with my axe is simply, let's see, 5. So you get to have that.
Isn't it magical because of the thing?
Well, I mean, it has a spell cast on it, but that doesn't make the axe a magic weapon. This is just the slashing damage.
All right.
I think it's a regular weapon that also does fire damage.
All right.
I'm not really sure.
So I'm putting 5 on this scarecrow.
Yes, but plus 4 fire damage.
I'm putting 8 on the scarecrow.
I was hoping something like that would happen.
The scarecrow is dealing with some structural integrity problems at this point.
Yes. Praise
All
Hala.
Right. Praise Hala. At the end of the order, things are chaotic here in Berez. There is a giant house or a giant creeping hut encircled by fire, being hit with lightning. Scarecrows are thrashing at you. Aragal is dancing about a graveyard, being chased by corpses. And then,
or as we call it, Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. There is the sound of buzzing as swarms of insects approach from the east, perhaps heralding the imminent arrival of Baba Lazaga. I'm going to roll initiative for the swarms of insects.
I can't say anything polite since we're on the live stream right now, but
I just need to grab this really quick. Issue. For those of you listening, I've just grabbed Dan's book, which is how we issue complaints.
All right.
Which book?
Oh gosh, I always mispronounce it. It's Aleph Extraction, right?
That's it. That's good.
Oh, I've been saying it wrong.
That's
I
fine.
thought it was Aleph.
No.
So did I, and so then I thought, oh no, is that the one that I said? Is it that way or is it the other way? So
I
yeah,
don't have
Aleph.
anything to write on though. I've got the book, but I don't have anything.
Micah, should I proceed with stuff or should I wait for your complaint?
Oh no, my joke isn't funny enough for that. So go ahead.
All right. Moving on.
Self-awareness.
Imra,
There is
you-
self-deprecation in Barovia.
Oh, there is. It's their chief export. Imra, you are toe to toe with a scarecrow. Your +1 longsword is itching.
It is. So that's a 21 to hit
Yeah, no troubles hitting a scarecrow.
for 8 points of damage.
All right.
Is it still upright?
Yeah, it is now pretty
Okay.
badly hurt, similar to Imra's.
Going-
similar to Broldish's.
Going for my second attack, 19 points of damage. No,
19 Oh,
Wrong.
Okay.
19 to hit
Hits. Yep.
for 8 points of damage.
All right. You think one more hit like that would finish it off?
Okay.
All right.
And that's it.
Anything else, Imra? All right.
Nope.
Swarms of poisonous snakes hiss at Aragal frustratedly. The scarecrows are next.
Point of order.
Mhm.
One thing that I didn't notice until just now, because I hit that scarecrow in front of me with my searing smite. At the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. If it fails, it takes another d6 of fire damage.
Nice.
It rolled a 3, Erica.
Yay!
I feel like you influenced that roll.
All right. Sadly, I rolled a 1, so it takes 1 more fire damage.
We need to
It
get better on
takes
the rolls,
two
guys.
fire damage.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
not doing great here. So yeah, I will tell you that if the target or a creature within 5 feet of it uses an action to put out the flames, or if some other effect douses the flames, then the spell will end.
I think that is beyond the ability of his scarecrow friends to put.
I was
him out.
hoping that was.
Scarecrows don't come with buckets. Like that scarecrow does not even know where you would get a bucket.
Maybe
So-
its friend next door could try to like pat it
Yes.
and then catch
hug-
fire.
hug, like
and
you
then,
could-
yeah,
hug it
yeah,
out.
Like
yeah.
smother it like with a blanket, you know.
Uh-huh.
I think
yeah.
that is not rated for putting out any fire, whether you're made of straw or not. So the scarecrows are next. It looks like there's 3 of you who've drawn a battle line here with 3 scarecrows. Samus had to run away, and Lena Delina has filled in. So I am going to do 2 claw attacks on each of you. Lena, 13 and 5. Imra,
Let's see, that was a questioning 5, so it actually counts as a 2.
Imra, single digits. And Broldish, critical and 13. And I dropped a die. Lena,
guess the
did any of
critical
those? Did a 13 doesn't hit you, does it? Jane's just frozen, making a. Oh, of course, it doesn't look face.
Sorry. What was that?
13 doesn't hit Lena Delina.
Of course it doesn't.
All right, so I think I only got 1 hit in, and it was on Broldish.
Yep.
So I do get to roll a bunch of dice.
Meow.
It's okay. I mean, for me, it's okay.
Better me than Imra.
Yeah. Also, well, 6, 9. You will take 10 slashing damage because it rolled a critical, and you've got to make a wisdom saving throw to not be terrified of scarecrows.
Ugh, that just doesn't seem like Broldish.
I know. I mean, what's your wisdom? Maybe you'll be fine.
I rolled a 20 on the die, so that's 24.
Yeah, you that seems like Broldish. Broldish
I
is
wonder
like,
if Broldish
give
is
me a
scared
break.
of Scarecrow.
It's made of straw, she says.
yeah, Broldish is concerned about being straw stuck in the joints of her. All right.
Except for
That
that one.
was-
That one is Straw von Zarevich.
Oh,
Mm.
Good night, everybody.
Boo. Baba Lazaga's creeping hut is next. Help me out here, Dan. It starts its turn inside a wall of fire.
Well, it's supposed to if it ends its turn inside a wall of fire, and I believe I cast it before it did not end a turn there yet.
All right. Well, it's not gonna stay there because that's
Fire.
dumb.
So if the first time it moves through a wall of fire, it will take some damage.
All right. I am gonna do the thing where I think it does not really have line of sight on anything outside of the fire. I'm going to roll a d12 and determine which direction on the clock it's gonna go. 5. So I guess
Yes, that's the
it's
perfect
going,
direction. Away.
that's like here-ish.
Yep.
All right. I will say it'll move out of the fire. It'll move completely out of the fire. It has speed of 30. Wait, is that true? It has speed of 30. So it's through the ring.
Well, that was. Oh my God! Are you?
How did you do worse? How did you do worse, Dan?
Please stop using Roll20.
Dan, consider this an ad for Dice by PCalc, a
Yes.
app that is designed to fudge your rolls in. No.
Let's say academically, what would I have gotten if I had rolled this in Dice by PCalc? Let's find out so that I can wallow further in my destruction. And yeah, that's gonna be probably way better. All right, D8s. 1, 2, 3.
While he's doing that, here, I'll go ahead. There we
Too
go.
many enemies.
Too many enemies.
There's a lot going on. This is going to be a big fight.
That was not much.
It's already
better,
a big
not
fight.
gonna lie.
All right. So you have done an
That would have
incremental.
been 12.
That's not much better.
Wow.
So
Well,
is
good.
it
Average on
thinking it might be
5d8.
you?
Yeah,
I do
Dan.
have-
The common denominator here is you. You're bad.
I did open a flesh bag.
Dice.
Was that the problem? No.
Did you do anything bad today? All right.
Oh, that was
So-
in real life.
Yeah, no. I wasn't talking about it in the game.
Well, moving on from that very quickly. Lena Delina, it is your turn. You are
Very
sun
quickly.
sword in hand, face to face with a slightly hurt scarecrow.
Gonna stab a scarecrow.
Going on a bear hunt.
I just remembered I should have attacked twice. Whoops. Oh well.
That's a 26.
Yeah, you like cleave at least one arm off that with your burning lightsaber of holy
And
justice.
that is, let's see, 12 radiant damage.
Not fire, but
Is it undead?
no, it is a construct.
It is a construct. Okay, then sneak attack.
All right.
17 sneak attack damage.
All right, you slay the scarecrow, and the sneak attack was not halved, right? Because it's from your sword.
No, it's from my
All
sword.
right, the scarecrow is terrified, in one relatively intact and doing okay, and sliced in half by a burning sword of light,
Mhm.
leaving just smoking hay and singed burlap flapping in the wind.
Like a lightsaber through a futon.
Yep, through an old Walmart futon.
And then we are going to.
The world is your battlefield.
Yeah, I guess
There's
I'll
a
come over
pull a
this
fire
way.
you could check out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. What if I just run into the wall of fire? Oh,
In-
Went
she's-
into the burning wall of fire.
Inspiration.
yep. I'm just
If you
gonna.
go into the circle of fire, the hut will have to follow you back in, right?
It's only,
Or
that's only
th-
logic.
True.
Or throw a cottage at you. All
Correct.
right. Crucible.
Well, this.
You gonna make me draw some more circles on this map? What do you
draw
got?
circles everywhere. So that was a huge waste of a 4th level spell slot.
It's
so,
still there. We can try kiting it.
Yeah, you're welcome to try. I don't know how smart this thing is, but probably smarter than to run into a wall of fire again. Yeah, I guess I should try to kill one of these scarecrows, huh? I think that's just.
They are both pretty badly
probably
wounded, so
going to be a Crucible raises his hand and shoots out a bolt of radiant energy. So please make a dexterity saving throw for, let's say, the scarecrow in front of Imra.
it rolled a 16 somehow.
Awesome, nothing happens. I'm
Isn't it
on
great?
a roll today.
It's great when I roll really well.
I'm gonna move
right.
up and stand next to them, so hopefully maybe I can soak some damage or something. Do something useful.
Well, I just want to point out that in Wall of Fire, it says you create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. Does that just mean it springs up from
ground.
the ground?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's not. You
Oh,
can't
right.
cast in the
Roof
air or on water or something.
Of the hut.
Oh man, that would have been good. Should have done it on top of it and then have it go inward.
Face it down.
Yeah.
Crucible, the 3 swarms of buzzing insects that have approached from the east converge on you. And there's basically just a wall of flies. Yeah, there's a 30-foot wide wall of flies keeping you like penned in here.
Should I introduce these wall of flies to a wall of fire?
I don't know if you have a way to do that. That would be great. They had to move twice to get there, so that's all they can do. Elevor.
Well, Dan,
House is still in lightning range.
there are two things that can happen here. I can continue to lightning bolt the creeping hut, or I could lightning the insects and excuse me, each creature within 5 feet of that point. So if I did the middle one,
Crucible is there. Also, Crucible
Made of
what
metal.
conductive are you? Yeah.
so you
I don't-
is lightning damage more?
No, I
Don't-
think
where are my videos?
just flavor wise, not actually.
Oh golly, but 3d10 is a lot of damage.
Not for Dan.
Dan, I'm going to
I
let you
depend the way
decide.
that Dan rolls.
I'm going to let you decide if you want me to try to take out these flies all at once or.
I leave it to your discretion. I'm at full hit points, so
Oh, okay.
Can you
Yeah, I think
center
it's worth it
the?
to try.
Can you center it somewhere so that it won't jump to him?
I guess
It
it does say
hits a
choose
person.
a point you can see under the
Yeah.
cloud. A bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to that point. Each creature within 5 feet of
Yeah.
that
Okay,
point.
yeah, you
So
can
just
hit
do it
something.
in beyond
put it
them.
right here.
So if I do it right there,
All right, you're
Yeah.
gonna bug zap some bugs.
yeah,
I
I'm
like
gonna
it.
bug zap
Nice.
3 sets of bugs.
All right, that
Please
is like
make
It is basically a swarm of swarms.
dexterity
Remember the
saving
time that you
throw of
spent like an
14.
hour just
Just
hitting the tree with lightning over and over again? That was very
remember.
good.
And, we
And then
sat through the
you
whole
went up
thing.
and then you went up to the tree afterwards and discovered there was an axe in the tree that was really good at killing trees. Does
Like
someone
lightning.
still have that axe?
I've got it.
Yep.
I have like
You-
2
you
axes
notice-
across my back.
I'm
and-
just saying there is a house on top of a tree fighting you.
It's true.
So
Erica,
I'm
one of
rolling.
them's the X-ax and one of them's the
I am
Y-ax.
rolling a 3 dexterity checks for my 3 swarms, Micah.
Alrighty.
All right. I apologize. I feel like I've been rolling really well, and you all have been rolling.
Yeah, you should
down.
apologize.
Yeah.
That's my complaint I'm writing on my book.
All right. So swarm number 1. These are north to south. Swarm number rolled a 5. Well, 5 with the addition. Swarm number 2, 6. Swarm number 3, 18.
All right.
It's a good
So
score.
2 of them are going. Actually, I think. Oh no, I'm gonna use dice by PCalc.
Yeah.
Yeah, eat it, Dan.
Yep.
Your inferior dice by Roll20 that you spent a year making.
Let's see. I've got to remember there's a way to do 3 at once, right?
You know, that
I'll
other
just
axe
roll
is,
3.
I think, a one-handed axe. So, like, if only I had two-handed fighting, I could just use two axes.
Or if you duct tape them together so you could like spin it around depending on
Oh
what,
yeah.
like this is my plant axe, this is my radiant axe.
18 damage for the first one. We're doing north to south, same.
Yep.
18 lightning damage for the first one.
I think usually would it just be 18 across the board then, or I think,
Well,
Sure.
because it says
and then a
oh
half
yeah,
of
because I
that.
only cast 1 lightning bolt. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that's true. So yeah, 18 for the 2 and 9 for the other one. That's a good.
All
point.
right, I will tell you that went real bad for flies. Yeah, yeah, that was not good for them. Yeah, that was not good. These are you have killed approximately half of the flies that were on the map. I had many flies, and now I have considerably fewer flies. Thanks, Elevor.
That's
A
good.
better
That's
number
good.
of
We like
flies.
that. Remind me. Oh no, I just remembered. Thank you. You're welcome. I think that's all I'm gonna. I do not think I know. That is all I'm going to do. Yes.
All right. Distended corpses will chase Aragal just like he planned. He is not
Huh.
taking the dodge
Huh.
action, so they are just going for him. Wow! I
That doesn't
rolled.
sound good.
I mean, thankfully it's Aragal and it's the least powerful creatures on the board. I rolled 3d20s for my 3 attacks.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Well, because I rolled 3 attacks, right? Here's the results of my 3d20. Critical, 19, critical.
Don't they have
Wow.
disadvantage? I thought he took the dodge action.
He did not because he moved away. Correct,
He moved-
Jane?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can,
He had to
can't you-
disengage.
Disengaged.
He disengaged and then moved away. So those like a wall, a Congo line of distended corpses, just like slams.
Mental image I did not need to have.
Argal.
It's just like slapping him on the
He
face.
is gonna take. I mean, thankfully, I'm gonna do some extra damage for it being a critical, but it's not gonna be a lot. He is gonna take. Do you want it all as one, Jane? Or do
Yeah,
you want
let's do it all as one.
each of them is gonna do 4 damage. He's gonna take 12 damage total.
Okay.
I think that. Let me just wait. As far as things to get hit 3 times by these sad little corpses is it. So
He got a little big for his britches.
yeah, and speaking of his britches, it's his turn.
Well, first he's going to holler. And then I think he is going to. Is there a. All right, he is going to disengage and they can move 20 feet.
Yep.
He can move 30 feet. So
You want
this
him
time,
like 25 or 30 feet away.
yeah, this time he's gonna do a little bit.
Serpentine.
I'll reveal more of the map up there, Jane. Some of it is like off the map, so you just have to imagine the endless swamps of Berez.
So he's going to dance with renewed vigor,
Yes.
but perhaps a little faster and a little bit farther
My
away.
Least favorite
This
Kevin
is
Costner
this is
movie.
my vigor dance.
Yes, yes,
All right,
the dance that Aragal knows so well.
Samus. Samus, you were frightened of scarecrows. Now you're not. Now you're just a cat in a church.
I'm just a
Ex-church.
cat, just an ordinary cat, and I started out by chasing some bats. I think I forgot about Samus there for a moment, and so I did not have anything planned for Samus to do. But now we are going to do something with Samus.
I've
Who's
seen
this
plenty
fun character?
I've seen
Just
plenty
a
of
tiny
cats,
little moment.
like munch at flies.
Flies. Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yep, they really
yeah.
like
See,
to
I don't
eat
know.
flies.
I don't really know anything about cats.
Trust me, they like to eat flies.
Samus can get to here in
Mhm.
plenty of time, and now we'll do nice chomp chomp on the cat on the flies.
Yep.
So let's see.
One
A
fly.
SWAT. Will an 18 hit?
Totally. Roll. I don't think Samus can't not kill these flies, but roll damage.
First, I would like you to make a DC 14 strength saving throw, please.
They're flies. I don't think they can be knocked down.
But, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
got
don't
you
think they can
prone.
be knocked down.
I was trying to get that bonus action, Tony.
They are immune to the prone state because they're flies.
That's fine.
Whatever. I've seen
fine.
plenty of flies fall down out of the air.
That's true.
15 to hit a pack of flies.
Oh, you already rolled an 18 to hit a pack of flies.
Sorry, 15 damage. 18
Oh.
is to hit.
jeepers.
15
That is-
damage.
That is unnecessary. All
I
right.
like it.
Does Samus have any more movement left?
Yes.
Since Samus just swats the half of the remaining flies out of the way and pushes forward. There's another swarm badly injured in front of Samus there.
Yes, but no more attacks can happen. So,
Oh, I thought Samus could bite and claw. Only if it knocks it down.
yeah, exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
got it. All right, Broldish.
All right, I still have a searing axe right in my hand. I'm gonna hold it over my head again and say, "In Hela's name." And let's see. That's a 20 to hit and 12 slashing damage, which I know becomes 6. And again, I rolled a 1 on my d6 for fire damage. So take 2 fire.
All right, it is badly
But-
hurt.
This time I'm actually going to remember to attack twice the way that
Oh.
I'm supposed to do.
Nice.
I don't know why I forget that so often, but I do.
Usually you kill things in the first blow, I think is why.
Not this time. Let's see. That's only a 9 to hit, so I'm thinking it's probably not going to
A
hit.
9 does not hit a scarecrow.
Yeah. All right, but still, Halo be half praised.
All right. Let's see here. So we end another round of combat. Elevor and Androdite are still lurking in the ruins of the church. There's a scrum outside the church with Lena, Imra, Broldis, and Crucible fighting some scarecrows and rapidly being picked off swarms of flies. Argal is pretty far in the distance at this point, dancing with corpses
See
as
you
he
guys
does.
later.
Yeah. Let's see here. Jane, do you want to do another round of combat? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Imra, you are at the top of the order.
It's me. Okay. So we have, just to make sure I'm caught up, we've got the 2 scarecrows still standing, the 2 swarms, the creeping hut, and the 3 snake-filled corpses.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Census
I think
complete.
Yep.
I think
And in your scrum, the scarecrow's badly hurt. One swarm of flies is barely meeting the swarm standard at this point. It's like 3 flies, and then one slightly less scathed swarm of flies. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my first attack on the same scarecrow I've been going after.
Mhm.
Wait just a second. First, I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I am going to do something that I don't do very often. I'm gonna use a spell slot.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark. I'm going to make this, since I can change it from target to target once they're dead, I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on the scarecrow, and then I'm going to hit it with a 20 versus AC.
Okay.
Nice.
Probably did need a hunter's mark. We'll see.
And I get it for 10 minutes, so I might as well just go ahead. That's 11 points of damage before my D6.
All right. That 11 points of damage is enough. You slay that scarecrow with your longsword.
Okay, so then I'm gonna go with my second attack to hit this other scarecrow that Broldis has been. Blah.
Please help with this scarecrow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I rolled a 7.
Oh.
It's an invincible scarecrow.
Yeah.
Those are the worst.
Yeah.
Kind.
Oh, and I moved my hunter's mark to that scarecrow.
All right. Swarm of poisonous snakes are next. I think at this point, Argal and the swarm of poison and the snakes and the distended corpses, it seems like Argal can just keep having them chase him back and forth.
He deals with it
in the
off
background.
camera.
Yeah, I think he is off camera at this point.
Guys, later, let me tell you about all the snakes I killed.
I've got one scarecrow left. It is going to do multi-attack on Broldish. Critical fail and no, that's not. I'm not doing math on that. And you know, it would have been
Critical
like
fail and not
12.
worth it.
Yeah, and a single digit plus a modifier. Yeah, we're not doing that. All right. So Baba Lazaga's hut is next. It is starting to kind of recollect what's going on. It's smoldering a little bit. Hey Dan, roll 5, whatever that number is that you keep rolling low. 5d8. It'll take some ongoing fire damage.
The sass.
I'm not afraid of 5d8.
8, 4, 5.
I ain't afraid of
It takes 22 damage this time.
I
Nice.
feel differently about my
which is the
situation.
average of 5d8 and what I should have been hitting.
and also the
Much
total
better.
of your 2 previous 5d8 rolls, more or less.
Slightly higher, in fact.
Slightly higher. Yeah. All right. So the kind of fog that hangs over Barovia is slowly putting out the smoldering bits on the soggy hut. Now the ring of fire has continued to burn. That is, you haven't had to do anything.
It's got concentration, so it's still there.
And you've been concentrating.
Yeah, I haven't.
So the challenging thing here is that it happened to run basically directly out of the thing, away from all of you. So I'm trying to think, and it doesn't want to move back into that. So 5 feet, 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. It cannot get to all of you, which it would love to do, just to stomp on you with its own multi-attack. So it's going to go here. It remembers what you did,
Last
Crucible.
summer?
Yeah, Crucible. The little windows, or shall we say, eyes of the hut, make eye/window contact with you.
This is strange.
Its giant roots pick up the remains of another building and just lob another large piece of stonework in your direction. Let's see. This has got to hit you this time. Oh, that's really good. That's good for Tony's. 29 to hit.
Yeah, that'll probably do it.
All right, I'm gonna roll the damage on this one instead of just doing the flat damage. So I'm feeling good. So shingles and stonework and masonry rain down upon you for 24 bludgeoning damage, Crucible. You just got part of a house dropped on you.
Well, that's not great.
You feel like the Wicked Witch of the East.
That did about almost half my hit points in one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't love that.
We might need to close with this thing so it can stop throwing stuff at us.
I mean, it's gonna
That
step
could
on
be
you.
worse.
Yeah. So Lena Delita.
Okay.
How do you feel about huts?
We have one scarecrow left, right?
Yep, one badly injured scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
Should I finish off the scarecrow, or
I'm gonna target all three of the both the swarms and the scarecrow on my turn. That said, I've rolled like crap tonight, so I cannot like promise that I will actually kill them.
Cannon.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I feel like the hut is the most dangerous enemy.
Yeah,
that we've got going on
and
right
I
now.
don't want her to tank it. That
Can she
being
skirmish
said,
it like in and out or something?
Yeah, because you can disengage as a bonus
yeah,
action.
it is right at the edge of her movement. But she
Oh.
does have a magic sword. And what does the magic sword think she should do, Tony?
Feed me, feed the fires. The fires of justice and judgment.
Regrettably, she is going to have to feed the fires of justice and
All right.
judgment.
You get inspiration for doing that. Because in the grand canon of how I interpret inspiration, it's when you do things that are a real bad idea.
Grand
I mean,
Cannon?
I've noticed.
I need a shirt.
Micah, I wouldn't recommend listening to them.
WWBD. What would Brildish do?
All right, Lena charges the creeping hush, lightsaber in hand, leaps up and slashes at one of its giant root-like appendages.
She does. Yes, she does that.
I imagine.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
I think she
22.
It's not super hard to hit this thing, though it's got some natural armor. You totally hit it. It does have a zillion hit points, so roll some damage.
Okay, so that's 12 radiant followed by wow, I didn't know that D&D Beyond could give you jacked dice. Fascinating. Another 12 damage.
So that's 24 total.
Mm-hmm. And actually, let
Alright.
me see if she can disengage.
I think as a bonus action for Rose.
Yeah, you can totally disengage, but it's a question of your move speed.
Right.
Well, I mean, if you would have moved from where you were diagonally to this square, that would have been 4
Right.
squares of movement.
Yeah, and so yep, I can definitely do that. So I can run straight up, disengage, and then scooch back. I think I might actually be able to scooch too. What is my move speed?
30.
Probably you can't scooch further than a creeping hut will chase you down, though.
Yep, but I can at least scooch back into the
Okay.
general vicinity of my friends. Haha! She slices through it, leaving a burnt
Yeah.
line.
Crucible, you surrounded flies and crows and your friends.
Crucible gathers himself, and then he, he basically murmurs a prayer to Onatar. The sigil on his forehead glows and erupts into divine burning radiance. Each creature I can see within range, which is basically 5 feet, that I choose can hit.
Not the house.
Not the house. It's only the ones adjacent to me. So both swarms and scarecrow must make Constitution saving throws.
All right. Injured swarm. Somehow rolled a 14.
Damn it, that is my save. Son of a.
Oh, gosh, Tony,
Other
Tony
swarm.
and Dan need to switch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
switch rolls.
Other swarm rolled a 12. Scarecrow rolled an 11.
All right. Well, at least the scarecrow and.
Hi, Dan.
No.
Dan Morin,
I don't know if
noted
I can-
author,
can we-
respected friend,
Can we see this?
esteemed Dungeons and Dragons elder.
Can we
No,
get that
we
on
just-
there? I don't know. It's a total of 2. You might be able to see. I rolled 2 ones on D6. James Thompson, I'm coming for you.
What kind of damage was this?
That was 2 radiant damage to each of them.
You did 4 damage. Does the one you missed take anything?
No, that's just a cantrip.
All right. You did bloody the other swarm, if it matters.
Okay.
All right.
Man, this is where if this were still 4E, I would burn an action point, but I don't.
Yeah.
I am going to use a healing word on myself, though, since that thing just did.
I kind of miss
incredible
action
damage
points.
to Me too.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to you killing some things so I could close some of the zillion stat blocks I have.
I'm going to cast a level 3 healing word on myself, and hopefully get some hit points back here.
All right, the swarm of insects are next. I'm going to say that one will attack Samus and one will attack Crucible. They are severely depleted in their numbers and therefore their effectiveness. Samus, 7 to hit. Crucible, 17 to hit.
No way.
Wait,
no.
Tony, I
Crucible?
didn't hear
21. My
yours.
AC is 21.
Oh, okay. It was a 7 to hit Samus. I don't think
Okay,
that
cool.
hits. Yeah, sorry. I moved past it because I assumed it did not hit. All right. So you're trying to bite you, but you are through the swarms. Why so much dancing in this adventure now? You are weaving and dodging and the swarms of insects, swatting at them. That's all they can do. Elevor, you still hang out in the hallowed grounds of the ruined church, but your effect is felt everywhere as you dump lightning upon the battlefield. What shall you do next?
I would like for you, well, not you, but Bilch to make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw, please.
Is Bilch the name of the hut?
Bilch. I get it.
BLCH. Baba Lazaga's
Okay.
Creeping Hut. Bilch.
All right. Dexterity save.
I got it.
Thank you, Erica.
Is Baba
Um,
Lasagna's Creeping Hut like a terrible Italian restaurant?
It's
I
like
rolled-
Chuck E.
Might be really good.
Cheese.
I failed
Creeping.
spectacularly.
The service is very slow, though. That's it.
Alrighty, then we will do. Bop, bop,
It's
bop.
the breadstick legs.
That sounds delicious.
It really does.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
23 lightning damage to Bilch.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
This hut
Dig
is
it.
it's not bloody yet, but it is. I mean, you've done
Do huts get bloodied?
Over
Do they
hu-
get like I don't know,
Well,
deshingled
splintered.
or yeah,
Yeah.
splintered?
Termite.
yeah.
you have done over 100 damage to this this
Wow.
hut.
Wow.
So it's
I am a little
it's-
sad that it's not like Baba Yaga's hut because then we could make jokes about like
I
you know,
know.
fried chicken and stuff.
Mhm.
But it's just
All
burning
right.
wood.
Aragal and the distended corpses are next. They are
Terrible
off
band. Terrible
having
band.
having a wonderful road trip together. Samus, there is a swarm of insects in front of you that you could probably kill.
Yeah, I'd love.
Actually, there's 2 swarms of insects that you could probably kill, but you know.
How about a 12 to hit?
12 is armor class of a swarm of insects.
All right.
Yes.
Samus.
Roll damage.
I can do that. Bum bum bum. How does 13 damage sound?
13 is enough to swat. Samus just knocks another cloud of insects out of the air.
Nom nom nom.
And we'll move forward once again just to be prepared.
All right. Broldish, you are last in the order.
All right. Hayla, don't forsake me. Pretty please. 19 to hit. That is 6 points of slashing damage, which gets
On
halved.
the scarecrow.
Yes, and 6 points of fire damage because I rolled a
Yes.
6.
Nice.
That was important because the slashing damage alone was not
Yeah.
you slam your axe and just slice the scarecrow into two halves of hay and
All right.
sack.
Hey.
Well, with my second attack, Pony and I are charging forward.
Charge the horse. Charge the hut.
Yeah, you see that Lena has done it, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, I like the look of that. I would like to do that too.
Yeah.
With my Oh yeah, and actually, that I forgot that scarecrow was supposed to take damage on its own turn. Let's hope that happens to the hut as well. In Hela's name, that is 26 to hit.
Totally.
Yay!
The hut tries to dodge out of the way several seconds after you chop it.
I like it. I like it. 6 points of slashing damage and 2 points of fire damage. But it is now on fire, so it has to make a Constitution save at the beginning of its next turn.
8 damage to it. Let's see. I put those icons for Dan's fire. Do we need a special symbol for your fire? That's what that means.
I like it. I'll take it. It is blooming with fire.
All right. We have concluded yet another round of combat in this epic battle that continues to surge on in Berez. And as you all kind of turn your attention, but a paltry swarm of insects and 3 corpses off somewhere in a field with Argal are your only distractors between you and the hulking walking house, when to the east there is a cackle, there is laughter, and you see the silhouette upside down giant skull swoop past and swoop down low and enter the field of battle. And peeking up from within that giant skull is an ancient and evil looking old woman. It is in fact Baba Lazaga, the awful augur, the beastly battle axe, the corrupt crone, the dastardly demoness, the evil intransigence, the Phaedra's fishwife, the gruesome granny, the heretical harpy, the iniquitous ingrate, the jaded jailer, the killer Keely, the lethal Lamia, the malevolent midlife, the nightmarish nursemaid, the obnoxious octogenarian, the putrid polymorpher, the quabble wizardy, look it up nerds, the ruiner of ravens, the sinister sorceress who summons scarecrows, the tragic trickster, the unacceptable usurper, the vindictive varlet, the wrathful wicked witch of the wretched wastelands, the exiled Eckarch, the yucky yob, the zoophagous zygodactyl. And she is your enemy. At the start of our next session, she will roll initiative and she will try to murder someone. How many people will be murdered by Baba Lazaga, the horrible ruler of Berez? Will we ever see Argal or any of those snakes or corpses again? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill. The end. Good night.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, you're here.
Well played.
Amazing.
very good.
Well, I mean, it's weird to end the whole show on this cliffhanger, but we've had a good run, everybody.
Where else to go but here?
This is a long fight.
Oh, man.
All right, nerds, thank you for listening. We'll hope to be back soon. We know this battle continues to roll onward. There's a lot of trouble in Berez, and someday they'll wrap it all up. Players, I encourage you to make some notes just in the chat about what your next action is going to be, or what things you need to concentrate for spells or whatnot, because it is hard to remember those things. Dan, do the thing.
Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.